52. Watch 52. 52 is the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Murray now on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Rolling to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The first carry now. This is Johnson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Murray gets this one to Isabella. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
You better be ready. Don't be
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Snap comes to Murray at 1. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Murray going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
You got time right there. That's it. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. You run.
Murray with a third and long. He wants it all for the end zone. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Cut. Check. Crunch. On 52. 43.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. This thrown quickly out to Jones. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Delta.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 43. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked picked off near the 34. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Back 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Darren Lee there to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Got to get the point. Get on the point right here. Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. 79 And the Bills have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Being strong up the middle is imperative. I don't care what your sport, but in football, when you've got a D tackle who can contribute not only to occupying bodies, but also making plays on the ball carrier, that's when you have the cornerstone of a solid run defense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw, it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. Going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long.
Hey, hold. 43, hey, exit. Check, 43.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On third and long, it's Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for safe, incomplete.
So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Check 52. Check 37. Check 37. Watch the air.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch. 56. What is that? Switch.
Now Allen to throw on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
51, Mike 51.
And the blitz does come. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Allen. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and that is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw on third down, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. On third down, Allen, he sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Bills. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And John Brown's got it complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Undercrunch. Slam.
On first down, Hunt. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Out.
Pass 85.
Tight go.
22 jet bomber.
They'll run again with Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Switch gears.
Check 50. Middle.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on second and 14. Murray. And they're going to sack him again. The fifth time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Five wide. We go.
On second and 7, Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking deep for Crabtree. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And able to find Kirk, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. First down, Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Safety creep.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They run again with Hunt. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 99. Alert. Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, some. Middle. Isaiah!
To the air, Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Here we go. Mike 51.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. To throw is Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Check. Let's get in there. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Kill. Pass 85. Hey, wahoo! Alert! Quick! He's coming! We got no time.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Buffalo, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.